Morning park runners, Saturday morning, it's dark, it's raining and we are well into autumn. So I'm heading over the Pennines this morning towards Clarence Parkrun. The forecast does look a little bit better for this morning, but I'll set off now. We'll catch up on the way there and hope for a bit better weather. From the car park, just walk back to the entrance, which is just there. There's just a little path here and you can see the sign, it says to the start. There is some on-street parking as I drove around, but obviously when the residents live there, they need to get about their business during the day. You can see cones as well, and the rain has almost stopped. So when you get to this sign just here, I actually went back into the park, which was and walked across the field, but you don't. If you just actually go that way where the camera's facing, see the children's play area, just turn left there and the start's just down there, 50 metres. So some stats, we're at Clarence Parkrun, it's event 49. I don't know if a few have been cancelled because it's certainly over a year old, because it started in September 2023. Today is the 19th of October 2024. So the first event was the 23rd of September 2023. That 252 finishes, the average 107, last week 68. The average finish time is 32:15 and the average 107 finishes. The record attendance is 252, that was event 1. The lowest attendance was 46, that was event 11 on the 9th of December 2020, or 9th of December, yeah, 2023. The male record is 16 minutes 19, female is 19:38. My stats for me is my 349th park run and 196 different location. I use the postcode BL9 6NG and that brought me pretty close here. I'm just going to wander over towards the start area now. Just walking across the grass this morning and my feet are already wet through and it's squelchy underfoot as well. So the course description, it says 2 laps of the lower and upper fields. Lower field is tarmac, upper field is grass, and it's very squelchy underfoot this morning in parts that I've walked across. It starts and finishes by the bandstand, which if I turn the camera around, It's somewhere just in here. Oh dear, it's really muddy underfoot just here. It says this park was opened in 1888. It's surprising how many towns and cities have really nice parks in or around the towns and cities. Apparently it's the largest public park in the borough, and I believe it was opened by Prince Albert, who was also, I think, the Duke of Clarence at the time. The camera picks it up, but it's really wet and muddy underfoot. So these are the toilets just here, and there's also the tuck shop. Famous ladies. This is a tuck shop where you can get drinks, coffees. This is the bandstand just here. This is where all the volunteers meet. This is roughly where the start is. So there's volunteers.
Give me 1 minute.
So the start is by the bandstand. 2 laps of this park, 2 laps of the big field, and then you come back into this park, and then you still do probably 3/4 of a lap, and then the finish just here.
Yeah, but I know what you like. Rather hang on. Should be our 50th event this round. So we are having a bit of a Halloween themed event this round. So if you want to come in fancy dress, come in there, we'll have a good time with us. I think that's it, yeah.
Morning everybody, really good to have you at Clarence, especially if it's the first time doing it. I would normally go through the history of the park, but we're a bit short on time this morning. That's our fault, not anybody else's. Just a few things. So the park itself, you'll start off over here where Simon is, stretching his legs. Cheers, Simon. So you'll do 2 laps of this park, and then you'll cut through there onto the fields. Now it'll be 2 anti-clockwise laps of the big field out there. The marshals will guide you back in through here. You'll do half a lap of the park and finish where those orange cones are currently getting picked up.
It's Parkrun number 49. 50's just around the corner. I thought I was being heckled then. Thank you for coming down in the conditions, which have thankfully brightened up. Have we got any milestones with us today? Anybody doing a 50th, 100th, anything like that? No? I know we have got somebody doing their first ever park run. Shayna, well done. Your first ever park run. Have we got anybody else doing a first one? No? Fabulous. I know we've got 1 tourist I've met from Doncaster. Nice to see you. Any other tourists?
Sterling.
Sterling. What? At all times. Dogs must be on a short. So do be careful, especially when you get to that boggy bend and going up the side of Miss Walker's field. It is going to be a bit wet, so enjoy that. And when you do come back down, just be careful coming back onto the tarmac. If you have got muddy shoes, trail shoes, that's when some of the slips can happen. When you're going around the lower part of the course, try and stay on the inside so that those that want to run a bit quicker can pass you on the outside and then going up into the fields. As you go around the course, you'll see our wonderful volunteers. Please do give them a cheer and a shout out, as we can do right now as well. If anybody does ever want to volunteer,
RD just finishing his briefing, and then we'll be off. This is 2 laps round this bit of the park on tarmac paths, and then 2 laps on trail, grass, through wood. A real cross-country course, this one.
2, 1, go!
So we're off. It's time to take a nice steady start as usual, especially as I have the wrong trainers on today. I mistakenly thought, because we didn't have much rain where I live for the last 2 weeks, that it would be alright to run on, but just walking to the start across the grass, your feet just sink into it. It was so muddy, but we've got 2 laps on tarmac pass around the park first. Just got to be careful on the corners and the leaves, a little bit slippy. this is a slightest of uphill inclines just here. As I say, the camera never really shows it, but you are going uphill here. So as I said, you do 2 laps of this park, 2 laps around all the what I call the cross-country section, and then when you come back to the finish, you come back into this park where we started, and round this bit of it, and then the finish is just just here. You just turn right here for the finish when you come back. Thank you. Thank you. See the bandstand on the right, that's where we started. That's the first lap of this park done. Another 1 lap to do. You mind that dog on the footpath there. On the second lap, once we've done it, we turn left just here where this path is. Some really sharpish turns on this path, and with it being so muddy, you're almost reduced to walking pace as well. So this direction we're travelling as we came from the top of the park, again slightly downhill. Then as we take this turn, it's just flat along here. Then we're going to turn and then head up to the top end of the park. You're only talking I don't know, 5-10 feet in elevation from the top to the bottom, I guess, something like that. Nothing really. Thank you. Still taking it nice and steady, pace, feel really good. I know what's coming on the trail section, so I need to take care. Although I think I'm just going to push through these 2 just here. They're just a little bit too easy pace for me. Passing the tail walkers, they're going to have muddy feet by the time they've finished. I'll just pick up my pace just there. Just going to catch this guy up a little bit in front. Thank you. So this is 2 laps of this park done. When we just get to the bandstand, then we're going to take a sharp left turn. It almost doubles back on itself a little bit, and with leaves and mud it's slippy. This is a turn. We're just staying on this little bit of a path just here at this point, and then straight across, and this is already very slippy, very muddy on here, and boggy as well. As you turn here again, it's a sharpish right turn. I think both of us didn't realise we were more or less going straight, and here you can feel your feet sinking into the field. Although, to be honest, compared to some of the course, this is actually feels a bit like a luxury actually. When we come back along here to the finish, this bit did feel nice compared to the rest of the course. Seems hard work running on here. Thank you. I'm just moving over, trying to look where a couple of people in front have run. You can't even see them so far off in the distance. Trying to see where they've run. Is that any firmer or better than where the guy in front is? But the answer is I don't think anywhere is. It's all so soft on here. Don't know how they play football on the pitches to the left if it's anything like this.
Well done, everyone.
Thank you. and we are heading now slightly uphill, and we're going to take a right turn here. And again, it's a bit misleading. It's actually quite a tight right turn. We both went round these cones, and I think you're supposed to go through the gap between it. And then when we get onto this bit of a path here, the bit of the track where people walk is muddy. You can see the guy in front running on the left of it. I end up trying the left, then the right, then the left, and then where there's a little dips, it's very muddy, full of puddles there as well. Very soft ground and slippy. When you get to this bit of the course as well, we're just going to go down a little bit just here, and again it's slippy. Trying to look where the guy in front's running. I see he goes from left to the right side of the track, but in reality neither side is better than anything else. This point here now we're starting to go slightly uphill. It's not a steep incline, it does get a bit steeper further up before you get to the trees. A big puddle coming up here. Just going to go to the left of these cones. Well, looks like there's no way around it. Just got to go through it. Try to jump, but still landed in the puddle. My left foot is now freezing cold. And we're now going up the hill, and it's very slippy. Got the wrong trainers on. Even with trail trainers, the sort you'd need, you couldn't really run on the tarmac with trail trainers very well. But they would be better on this part of the course. It's not a long hill and it's not steep, just gradual. It's not far to the top. It's a marshal when you get almost to the top, because you just take a slight left turn up here.
Thank you.
This is it. We just go off on this path to the left just here, and this is just about the top of the little incline here. It's flattened off. It's still just rising very, very slightly. Get here at the highest point. This is again compacted path. This is quite nice to run on now. It's a little bit slippy, but nice to run on. Going into the trees now. Again, this is all fairly flat, maybe a slight downhill at this point, but only slightly. This is another tight turn, and it's what they call on the road like an adverse camber, which is very, very slippy. You do feel as that you're actually just at walking pace round there. This is very muddy, very slippy as well here. Just trying to go on the grass, but it's not much better there. Now back onto the field. This looks a little bit better to run on. That was a save there. I nearly went flying at that point there. Just put my foot down with the back on my heel, and it just slipped on the grass. It's a little bit firmer here to run on. It's not actually too bad at this point. Let's still feel pretty good. It's only the first lap round this field. Like I said, it's not a course you can really push hard on, just because of the all the mud that's here today. Now taking a slight right turn here. We've just come down the hill from the wood. Slight little incline here, only a few steps up. Again, this is slippy and muddy. And looks like we're onto the edge of the football pitch here. Oh, this is such hard work on here. My feet feel like they're sinking in a couple of inches as you put your foot down. Trying to look to see if there's anywhere looks slightly any firmer. But there's just hard work across here. I certainly wouldn't like to play football on here. It must be really hard. Got another slight incline coming up just here, only a little one, then we're back onto the tarmac paths. And a left turn just up here. Oh, it feels so nice now we're on the tarmac path compared to the trail section. Like a luxury surface to run on. Another sharp turn coming up here.
Thank you.
I'm just going to head back along here, then when we get to the end of this path, that's one lap of this big field done, and we're going to do another lap of the field then.
There's more cross country this than Parkrun.
Yeah, that's why I started touring, because our course, our home park runs like this.
Oh,
I've got the wrong trainers on today.
Dave.
I thought it would be still dry at this time of year.
Yeah. That often was like, oh, maybe it'll be dry enough. But
Yeah. I thought this week's weather.
As we get to this marshal just here, this time we're going to go left. End up shouting to this guy in front. I don't think he realises which way to go. But the next time we come down here, we'll turn right and then back
round again, and
towards
then
the
next
where we
right to the
started and the finish. Just trying to keep a steady pace on here. It's such hard work. There's no part of the grasses seems any better than the other in reality.
Thank you.
Again, gone round the wrong part of the cones there, went a bit too far. Once we get to this bit, this little bit is just a slight little downhill, little bit there. Just crossing over to the other side of the path. Still feel good. It's not a fast time today, but wrong trainers don't help. Just got to try and run however I can. Just starting a gradual sort of incline here, very gradual. Just gets a bit steeper as you get up towards the tree line, but nothing too steep, and it's not a long hill. The difficult part of it is just the fact that it's so muddy. Coming up to Big Puddle again. I'm going to try and going even further over to the left this time. See if I can see anywhere. No, it's not any better. Both feet are wet through now. Definitely like to come back here and bring my trail shoes just to see how much difference it makes. I can't imagine what it would be like in winter, this course. It must be so much harder than it is today. This is the incline up, not far to the top, it's not a long hill.
Thank you. I'd hate to do it in winter.
That's the marshal. and then this is flattening out a little bit now, and it's not far. Once you get to the tree line, you're at the highest point, and then it's not too bad. It's either flat or downhill all the way to the finish then. The highest point, and again this is a nice path to run on. Feels good after running on all the mud. Sort of know now that just along here is not a bad path. The bit across the football pitches is hard, and then it's not too bad to the finish then. Lovely course, got a bit of everything. Tarmac paths, through the wood, grass, mud, hill. Take even more care this time so I don't go slipping. Once everyone's run round here, it's definitely made it even worse. As you can see, I'm almost just like walking pace or slower. It is just so slippy. It's probably the worst bit over now. Once we've crossed that bit just there, I'm going to take care not to risk sliding again as I go down here. This bit's not too bad to run on down here actually, not compared to the rest of the course. Feeling really good at this point. It's not a course where I've been able to push really hard today. Guy with a 500 t-shirt here. I'm always impressed when I see 500 t-shirts. Took me a few years to get into Parkrun from when I started. If I'd gone every week from when I'd started, I would have been probably on 500 by now. But I'm still another 3 years away, I think. This is a lot muddier than the last time round. Now everybody's run across it. This time on the field, I'm going to try going further over to the left, just on sort of the edge of the football pitch. In fact, you can see where people have run across all the footprints. But this field's no better. I'm still sinking into the football pitch here. Last little short incline here. I'm just hoping I can actually get up. It seems so muddy. And that's it, onto the nice tarmac paths. Oh, it's so nice to run on this little bit of the course. Now we're back on the tarmac paths. Just got one more bit of grass to go on, and then tarmac paths. Like I think it's about half a lap from where we started to the finish. Sharp left turn here. So we're just going to go to the end of this path, and then this time we're going to turn right across the field to the finish.
Thank you, well done.
Back onto the grass, the right turn here. So this is the way we came when we started. Started looking behind after last week, getting pipped to the post. I'm just making sure that the guy behind me is not getting any closer. Very soft on it, feet are sinking into the grass. You can probably see on the video where everybody's run across.
Thanks. It's like a luxury carpet compared to some
There's
parts.
no part of it seems any better than anywhere else. So run to the edge of this tape around here. Very slippy on this part as well. Have a quick look back, see how far he's behind me. I think I'm pretty safe here. He's not close enough to catch me, I don't think. I'm going to try and take advantage of this tiny little bit of concrete just here. I nearly went left there, but it's round the container. This is very slippery again. You almost feel like you're walking pace on this bit, but that's the mud and grass and hills over and done with. We're onto the nice tarmac path. This is where we started the park run. We're going to do half a lap now to the finish. Pick my pace up now, just looking back. Yeah, the guy's not getting any closer. I think because of how the course was today, I've got plenty left now.
Thank you.
Around this corner, and then it's just another quick look. Yeah, I can see him now. He's far too far away. It's the slightest of inclines up here. But not far to go, maybe 100 metres at the most now.
Thank you.
Again, another quick check, make sure he's not a really fast sprint finisher. Turning right here and into the finish funnel. And that's it, another part run done. 23:15, 9th place, first in my age grade, and it turned out first overall on age grade.
P9, maybe just over 23:15, something like that, I think. Not bad considering how muddy and puddles are there. So let's get my barcode scan now. There you go.
I was just looking for it on your watch then.
Yeah, I do that.
People doing that. There you go. That's
When I'm barcode scanning, I do the same. I look on people's watches.
Sorted.
That's great.
Yes,
Thank you for
welcome.
volunteering.
No problem.
So you come through the finish funnel, get the token, and barcode scanners straight in front of you.
That's what it's a long way to go for your J.
Oh yeah.
It's not just have to be in Boston at the time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Well done.
That's that person. Well done. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Great run. Great run.
The finish is up the hill. So yeah, but every part
Well
is
done.
different.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Queen.
Well done.
Well done.
Nice one. There you go.
Well
Nice one.
done.
Well done.
That's what it always comes down to.
Well done, mate. How's it going? There you go. Sorted. Sure.
Well done.
Well done. There's one that has a. There you go.
Well done.
Top 30 position. I went to
Thank you.
well done, guys. Nice one. Well done. I went somewhere else.
Hey.
I went to on the 29th. Well done.
Well done.
On the 29th for first, I did. Bad for good. Went on to
Well done, boss.
Well done.
well done, Laurie. You made it.
Thank you.
Well done, Laurie.
Nice one. Well done. There you go. Sorry.
So to do a course review, it's not really rained a lot this week, but the first 2 laps of the park are on tarmac, and then once you get onto the field, oh, it's muddy. There's puddles at 6 inches deep. When you run across the side of the football pitch, your feet just squelch and sink into the ground. But it's a cross-country course is what it is, but fantastic course, really enjoyed it. It's tough work in the mud, a couple of minutes slower today than I'd expect to be on a nice flat course. It is undulating with some climbs. It's not really what I'd call a hill, just an incline through the wooded areas. Another really nice course as well. So in the coffee shop you just make a donation to help them with the Friends of Clarence Park, and the money goes to help do bits and pieces in the park. So this is the bandstand, which is where the start was, and people left bags on there, and you can see the finish just over there. So the last one's just come through the finish funnel. Well, that's another park run done. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Please give me a like or subscribe. Just means you get notified each week of when there's a new video out for a new park run. Back to the car now, and about an hour 20 minutes to get home. So thanks for watching. That's a wrap.